Hi, I'm going to give you my top 10. You know, I would much rather have David Letterman do it, but he was busy. Well, my top 10 today is what they call in Japanese aisatsu. Aisatsu is when a teacher will go into the room for the first time and do their greetings. And in Japan, they tend to have a very stilted view of what native speakers say. I mean, obviously, it sounds stupid to most Americans. Like, why would we ask someone that's sitting in the same proximity how weather? But they feel they need to know that. What day is today? Of course, everyone's supposed to know what day it is today. And just simple questions for warm up. And it should be done very, very quickly. And to a novice teacher, they might ask, well, an assistant language teacher, for example, that does a school visit to an elementary school. They wouldn't know automatically what they need to say except for good morning. So they might ask the homeroom teacher or the uh, teacher they're doing the team teaching with, well, like, what do you want me to say? And that teacher's going to say, well, you know, just ask them about the weather, or just the day of the week or something like that. And that's fine. But when you're asking the same question each and every time, like what day is today, and the students are still not answering it, that gets frustrating when you get to um, the end of a year, where you're just constantly, you're not communicating because they're not answering, either because they're very reserved. I don't like to use the word shy because it's a little bit more complex than that. But it really makes you feel useless. But I want to show you a little bit my top 10. First of all, first thing I do is I say, I'm going to give you top 10. And they can be in a different order, of course. Number 1, may I come in? Students, yes, you may. Where are you from? I am from Japan. So this I am from Japan gives students an opportunity that everyone in the class can answer the same question with the same response. Where do you live? I live in Tanoshimaru. That's the town that I'm teaching in. Once again, all the students, there's no intimidation. Everyone can answer with uh, the exact same answer. What grade are you in? I'm in first grade. I'm in second grade, third grade, fourth grade. This gives them reinforcement in necessary ordinal numbers, which they're going to need later to express when their birthday is and what's the date today. Where do you go to school? There are 7 elementary schools that I visit. Um, they would answer, I go to Mino, I go to Takino, I go to Mizuake, I go to Shibakari. Um, so once again, everyone in the room would have the same answer. So the more reserved students can at least hear the correct answer without feeling singled out, because everyone is basically uh, answering this in unison. So there's, you know, it's very non-threatening. Uh, Now, then I would go into what you might expect. Well, hi, how are you? I'm fine, I'm happy, I'm hungry, I'm hot, I'm sick, I'm cold. Very easy because it uses the be verb. So you can categorize these in many different ways. You have many questions that use the I am. Um, And of course, the teacher's going to expect you to ask about the weather. So look out the window. How's the weather in Tanoshimaru? Um, so this, I instead of saying how's the weather, I like to say how's the weather in Tanoshimaru because it geographically locates them and makes them understand that, well, the weather in Shanghai or London is different. And if they were ever to practice a telephone um, call, you might call someone in Florida and say, well, how's the weather in Florida? So that would be a context that how's the weather would be appropriate. It's not really appropriate in the same room, but that's the way they are. What day is it today? Of course, you learned Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. It's Monday, it's Thursday. And what's the date today? That's my top 10. My top 10 questions. And I'd like to finish both the question and the answer period within 2 or 3 minutes. Once again, may I come in? Where are you from? Now, what I like to do is, here's a card right here. Okay? May I come in? I knock on the door and I say, may I come in? And I say, where do you live? Everyone says, I live in Tanoshimaru. And then I like to say, well, I pretend like I'm lost. And I say, oh, they told me to go to Shibakari Elementary School today. Am I in the right place? I say this in Japanese, actually. And then I'll say, oh, where do you go to school? And, you know, they'll all say, we go to Shibakari or Tanoshimaru or wherever they go to school. And then I say, you know, they told me at 9 o'clock to go and teach 5th grade. What grade are you in? Everybody says, 5th grade. And I joke and say, oh, I'm so relieved. I didn't make a mistake. Right place, right time. Another thing is this is where are you from? I'm from Japan. Sometimes I'll slip my card here and I'll say, oh, hi, I'm from America. Where are you from? I'm from Japan. And then I'll joke with him and I'll say in Japanese, oh, I'm so relieved I'm in the proper place. You know, I'll say hotoshita or something like that. And then I'll go into those routine questions. How are you? How's the weather? What's the date today? And it's not my choice of questions. It's trying to put some action into what I'm doing, but at the same time following what their traditional view of what English is. So, you know, I can't do all my idea, and I'd go nuts if I did completely their idea. But one of the things I do want to mention is please try to use visuals whenever possible. That really helps. You know, if you just use your own voice, you're going to get complaints. No matter how slow you speak, they're going to say you speak too fast. Use visuals. Make them use gestures and reinforce it. Give them confidence so that they're motivated to speak the next time. And after speaking a little bit, they're probably ready for the introduction of the first theme. So we call that aisatsu time. Try to finish it in 3 minutes, and then do your presentation on the new material. And don't forget to review. And as I pull the magnetic cards, see the magnets here? Off the chalkboard, the last few minutes of class, I'll have the students tell me one by one, and I'll pull them off the board. So warm up and review is very important. Good luck.